Hi, and welcome back to Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. My name is Chris LaRose, and this here is Douglas Maiden Florida, our resident Pennsylvania Dutchman. How are you, Douglas?
A-okay, buddy.
A-okay. Well, you have anything you'd like to say before we get her rolling?
No, let's roll.
All right. Well, this question comes in from Gary Weaver, who says, Ich wohne in Egypt.
Egypt?
Lehigh County.
Oh, Lehigh County.
That is
That's
pretty awesome.
Lehigh County, for those of you that don't speak Pennsylvania Dutch. There is a town called Egypt in Lehigh County. Anyway, sorry.
So Gary's question...
That's not where the pyramids are.
No,
That's different Egypt.
that's where the silos are.
There are some silos. So yeah, anyway.
So Gary says, what do you think about those self-serve checkouts? You go
like at the grocery store.
Yeah, he says.
Oh man.
He says you go to an Amish stand and they have a box where you just put your money in. So it's almost like the PA Dutch invented the self-serve checkout. Now, what you think, Douglas?
Well, you know, maybe we did invent them, but I like the old version better than the new version.
The 1.0.
I'm gonna go off now a little bit. I hate those things at the grocery store.
You know what I hate more than self-serve checkout? Nothing. They're so aggravating, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, they never work.
Oh, no, and they always have that one person that comes over with the little slice thing.
Every time you swipe a grocery item, then the red light goes on, and then the woman's got to come over and, swipe her card. They never work. You put stuff in, it says, please put your item on the bagging side. So you do that, and then it says, item not detected. But it's right there, do no better. And then...
Then there'll be please remove unidentified
object. These are supposed to. I don't know why. Because people are so. Why did we do it? Because A, people don't want to talk to anybody, and B, they think it's going to be faster. Well, let me tell you something. I timed it one time. I always go to the regular checkout now because it's faster.
Well, if you think of
No, it is. Till you stand there, you could have 10 items in your cart, and you go to that self-checkout. I will bet you money that I go through the regular line with 25 items, and I'm done before
Well, if you think about it, if you're in the line, you get all your stuff up on the conveyor belt thing, and then you have somebody who's been bagging items for years, who knows the procedure and has them all separated.
So that when I got my broccoli... They already know what to punch in, or my bananas.
And then they put them in the same bag with other things, whereas
no one has to come and swipe a card.
We think we're a big deal, and we're like, oh, I can do that myself. And then we'll go to the self-checkout, we'll have the eggs with the motor oil, and then all of a sudden things get cracked and leak everywhere, and then... They
are infuriating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, years ago, and there's still rural parts of Pennsylvania you can do this. You have a roadside stand selling produce or whatever. Some places, there's just a money box there, and maybe not so much anymore, but years ago it used to be that way when you could trust people, and you'd take your head of lettuce and your 5 tomatoes, and you'd throw a $5 bill in the box, and you walk away.
Well, that's how it is when I go back up to the reservation up north. There's a place that sells maple syrup, and you just stop by, and they'll have all this maple syrup lined up on the back porch in a little tin box, and you grab the one you want, throw money in there, and it's all fine.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that, we could never do that at a grocery store, but those self-checkouts, so they think they create 4 of them, and they think, oh, we just saved 4 jobs. Now we don't have to have four people running cash registers. But it doesn't save jobs. I'd much rather talk to somebody who will say, hello, how's your day going? Did you find everything you were looking for? Than some machine saying, unexpected item in the bagging area.
Well, that's one thing I read. Kurt Vonnegut, one of my favorite authors of all time.
I like that guy too.
He said, I forget which book it was, that whenever he finished a book, he would go outside, he'd do it all up on paper, and then he'd go outside and stop at the newsstand, get an envelope, and he'd go to another stand and get a stamp, and he'd go to another stand and get a coffee, and then he'd go to the post office and mail it, and his publisher always asked him, well, why don't you just email this thing? He's like, well, then I don't get to talk to so-and-so at the newsstand and so-and-so over here at the post office.
It's true.
Don't get to go walk now.
Not too long ago, we did a video about looking at your smartphone and walking, and, that's the problem. Nobody wants to talk to anybody anymore. They think it's an inconvenience. Well, I'll tell you what's an inconvenience. When we get to the point when we as a society can't talk to each other anymore, and we're on the verge of nuclear warfare, because no one can talk to anybody.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying you gotta agree with everybody that you meet. Hell, that'll never work. But you gotta be at least able to talk to people. And why wouldn't you want to talk to people?
I mean, the whole internet thing was to design so people could talk to each other easier, but now all of a sudden we don't want to talk to each other unless it's on the internet. Oh, people just don't make any sense.
Telling you, boycott those self-serve checkout things. If you like them, you're sick.
You know what? We could boycott those things by going to using them, and then we mess it up so much that there's just such a hassle that the management comes out like, why are these things not working?
No, then we're making things
Then I'll
worse.
get rid of
No,
them.
then we're making worse for somebody else. I don't like doing that. I'm not no anarchist.
Oh, well.
Just go to the regular line.
Yeah. Go to the regular line.
I'm all about technology. I don't want to sound like some Luddite, some old Pennsylvania Dutchman that just hangs onto his horse and plow. But I like technology when it works. But you go to those freaking self-checkouts, they never work. I have never gone there without something happening where somebody had to come over and do something to the machine. Never. And I'll bet you money that it's same things for you too.
You know, I went there for one item one time. I think it was freeze-dried mangoes or something like that. Something real light. And they said, put it in the bagging area. And I goofed with that thing for 15 minutes until the lady came over and swiped a little card.
You could have bought 50 things of freeze-dried mangoes. I don't know why you were... Anyway,
No,
and gone through the regular... Dehydrated. Yeah, what are you, an astronaut now?
Oh, yeah, I'm practicing.
Go through the regular line, and you'd have been
I sit on the washing machine with my helmet on, trying to...
You'd have been home before you got out of the self-serve checkout line.
Yeah.
Nix cum ras, as we say in Pet. No thanks. Nothing comes from that. They're bad news, man.
Uh-huh. They're going to take over the world.
Puh.
We're going to end up engineering our own necessity for people out of existence if we keep up with this technology.
Well, that's what we are doing now already.
Yeah. People got to remember we need people. Not machines.
People gotta remember we need people.
Mm-hmm. Pretty profound, huh? I just wrote that.
You are always... Your level of profoundness constantly amazes me.
It sure does. I know.
I'm glad we make these videos.
Me too.
Just for posterity's sake. So that statements like that live on in perpetuity.
Yep. I forgot what it was already.
Me too.
Well, it's on there. I'm glad we got it down.
Rewind. All right, no, I think what's his name? Gary. Gary, I'm with you, man. I don't. Yeah, no thanks, man. Those self-serve checkout things, they're a waste. They're a waste. Nope, I don't like them. They ain't gonna use them.
If it's new and different, I don't like it.
That's right.
Well, I think...
Hey, you know who doesn't have a self-serve checkout?
Who's that?
Warshore Oyster Company. It's been a while since we plugged them, so I thought it was time that we plugged them again. For all of your oysters and seafood need, we highly recommend Warshore Oyster Company.
Yeah, I'd love to try those. Somebody didn't save me any.
They continually support our endeavors.
They didn't even save me one.
If your company would like a shout-out, we will gladly do so.
Oh, yeah, we'll shout out anything that sends
know.
us oysters.
Yeah. No, in all seriousness, we like to support the people that support us. We're not in it for the money. We're not in it for the good looks. We ain't got either of those things.
Nope.
But
we had oysters.
We did.
One of us did.
I had oysters. They were delicious.
Did
I tell you how good they were?
They sounded pretty darn good, Douglas.
I can taste them still.
I bet you can.
Yeah, they were great. Hey, if you have a question for a future episode, well, you gotta email us now. Then, and hey, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, do no matter. What are you waiting for? And if you have, then be a good evangelist and go spread the gospel. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell whoever. Start look up from your phone and go talk to somebody. When you're going through the checkout line at the grocery store, say, hey, did you the Doug Mainford YouTube channel at Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman? That stuff's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Converts. All right. Hey, keep those questions coming.
Keep them coming. Well, you heard.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I know. We're Dutchman. We gotta be.
We got to be redundant.
State the obvious. So.
Should they keep their questions coming?
Okay. So if you like what you're seeing, just keep your questions coming, and
keep the questions coming.
Just keep them coming.
Yep.
All right. Well, you heard it from the Dutchman.
Mox
good.
If you have a question, you have to email us at bustapa@yahoo.com.